Hi, welcome to PhotoStory 3. In this tutorial, we're going to teach you how to record a Bible story video in your language using PhotoStory 3 software. Before you continue, you should have already translated the story script and have it ready for recording. Now find the story template on your computer's C drive in the same folder as the original script. Open the template. Our PhotoStory 3 tutorial features the story of Ruth from the Read and Grow Picture Bible Resource Disc. At this point, you should see the title picture displayed in the picture window, as well as a row of thumbnail pictures below. Click Next. You will now see the text of the title in the text window, which is to the right of the title picture. To replace the English title, simply select the text and type in the title you want. Now, to adjust the position or change the fonts of the title, you can experiment by clicking on the formatting buttons above the text window. Notice how the title changes as you click the different options. To change the text font or size, click the Font button on the left. In this window, you can adjust the size, font, and color of your text. When you're satisfied with how the title looks, click Next. You are now in the audio recording window, and it's time to set up your microphone. In order to set up your microphone, first, plug your microphone into the microphone input of your computer. Once you have done that, click on the Configure Microphone button at the far right of the PhotoStory window. The Sound Hardware Test Wizard window should now appear. Click Next. The program is testing the hardware of your computer. We'll rejoin you once you get through this long window. You should now see the Sound Hardware Test window. Speak into the microphone at a normal voice level, and the green level indicator should rise up near the top of the scale, showing that you have sufficient volume. If the green level indicator does not go high enough to illuminate close to one of the yellow lights near the top of the scale, as in this case, click the Volume button under the microphone icon. This will open the audio recording window. Click on the Advanced button in the microphone column. Now you need to click the Microphone plus 20 dB Boost checkbox, or on this screen you'll see Microphone Boost button at the bottom of the window. Now, click Close. Close the audio recording window by clicking the X in the upper right corner. If the volume level is still not sufficient, there may be a problem related to your sound card. However, if all is working properly, as I hope it is for you, click Next. Now make sure that your speakers are connected and turned on. Speak into the microphone again, and you should see the speaker level rise to about the same level as the microphone level. And you should hear your voice slightly delayed through your speakers, as in this example. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. Okay, got that out of the way. Now, click Next. Everything seems to be working well for you, but I need a break. So please go ahead and click the Finish button, and I'll meet you at the next screen. You should now be back to the audio recording window. To record audio onto the title picture, click the red Recording button and begin recording your script into the microphone. Ruth, una historia de amor. Click the square Stop button to end your recording. To listen to the audio that you've just recorded, click the Preview button. At this time, PhotoStory will play your project back from the picture you've currently selected and continuing on throughout the entire project. So, once you've seen all you wish to see, simply close the window by clicking the X at the top right of the window. If you do not like your first recording, you can re-record the narration for this picture by clicking the Delete Narration button, and then click Yes in the warning window, and re-record using the previous steps. Ruth, una historia de amor. By the way, we should tell you at this point that you'll probably need to adjust the microphone position and record several times before you get a good, clear sound. Save your work at this time, please, by clicking on the Save Project button. In the Save As window, add your language name to the file name of the story you are recording and click Save. Once you're satisfied with the audio for this picture, advance to the next picture by clicking on the Next Picture arrow in the lower right corner of the picture window, and record the audio for this picture as before. If at any time you need to return to the previous picture, you can click on the Previous Picture arrow in the lower left corner of the picture window. Or you can jump to any other picture in your project by simply clicking on its thumbnail in the timeline. Now continue recording the audio for the remaining pictures in your picture story template. Once you have finished with all of the voice recording for the pictures, click Next. If you have background music that you want to include in your video, choose the thumbnail on the timeline where you want the music to start, and then click on Select Music. Navigate to where your music is stored. Note, by the way, that PhotoStory 3 allows you to add any Windows Media Audio, MP3, or WAV file to your project. Select the music file you wish, and then click Open. You can also use your own music, or you can use the Create Music feature as shown here. Once you've added your music, note that the music extends across the thumbnails according to its length. Adjust the volume so that the added music is balanced with the narration. You can't test that right here, but if you will click Preview, you can listen to your blended music and narration in the PhotoStory Preview window. When you've heard enough, close out that window by clicking its X. When you're satisfied with the music narration for your entire story, please save the project again. And you will need to overwrite this file by clicking Yes on the warning window. Once again, you'll note that PhotoStory 3 never gets in a hurry, and we would just advise you not to either. Now you are ready to save, or some would say export, the story that you've created as a movie by clicking the Next button. This window asks you where you want to save your new PhotoStory video. Make sure that the Save Your Story for Playback on your computer option is selected. Then click the Browse button to choose where you would like to save the video. Once you have the folder you want to save it in, click Save. Now click Next to begin creating the video of your story. At this time, if you would like to view the story that you've just created, all you have to do is click View Your Story. Ruth, una historia de amor. When you're finished viewing it, close Windows Media Player, and then close out PhotoStory 3 by clicking on Exit, which will shut down the entire beast.